What happens when the world's largest democracy starts seeing its own citizens as the enemy? Since April 2025, after the deadly terror attack in Pahalgam and India's attack on Pakistan, the Indian government has launched what it calls a counter-espionage crackdown. But beneath the surface, it looks increasingly like a campaign of nationalistic paranoia. Engineers, vloggers, students, government clerks, even a tailor arrested for allegedly spying for Pakistan's ISI, inter-services intelligence. They are not just accused of betrayal, they are portrayed as evidence of a sinister web of Pakistani influence supposedly embedded within Indian society. But this isn't new. India has walked this road before. And those of us from Pakistan, we have seen this script too many times. Dissent is criminalized. Ask us. Peace becomes betrayal. Journalism becomes sedition. So tonight on Unraveled, we ask, is India truly cracking a spy network wide open? Or is it cracking down on criticism and rewriting the meaning of patriotism? India's obsession with enemies within didn't begin in 2025. Remember Madhuri Gupta? In 2010, she was a mid-level Indian diplomat posted in Islamabad. And in fact, I had met her several times at the Indian High Commissioner whenever it hosted any event. By 2018, she had been convicted of spying for Pakistan, accused of passing classified information to ISI handlers. A serious offense, yes, but also the beginning of a pattern. The dramatization of individual cases into national spectacle of treachery. Since then, every uptick in Pakistan-India tensions has been accompanied by internal purges, not just of real or suspected spies, but often of inconvenient voices, critics, peacemakers, anyone who challenges the hyper-nationalist narrative. That's not unlike Pakistan. In both countries, accusing someone of spying for the enemy has long been the laziest way to delegitimize dissent. In the aftermath of India's attack on Pakistan, the Indian state shifted its gaze inward. What followed was a surge of arrests, a sweep across the country. And here are just a few examples. Jyoti Malhotra, a travel vlogger from Haryana accused of ISI links, allegedly honey-trapped online and booked under national security laws. Then we have Jasbir Singh, a popular YouTuber from Punjab, allegedly passed sensitive data, I don't know what nature, after visiting Pakistan multiple times. Then we have Shakur Khan, a Rajasthan government employee, arrested for supposed unauthorized contacts with Pakistani nationals. Then we have a CRPF jawan, Moti Ram Jat, accused of leaking military movements to Pakistani handlers across the border. And then at least 12 other across Pakistan, Punjab, Indian Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. And there are security guards, shopkeepers, students, all linked to an alleged spy ring. This doesn't look right. It's not an intelligence operation. It looks like a narrative campaign. Among the most headline-grabbing cases was that of Ravindra Verma, a 27 years old engineer working for a private defense contractor. He was accused of sharing classified warship data with alleged ISI handlers via social media after being honey-trapped by fake profiles named Payal Sharma and Ishpreet Kaur. These names were thrown in the story that appeared in media. In fact, the Economic Times broke this story in May 2024. And it's serious stuff. Warship positions, submarine details, operational movements. But the question is, if the state has verifiable evidence of such a catastrophic breach, why hasn't it been more transparent? Why is the case being amplified in the media before trial? Is this an intelligence failure or a political performance? And we have been seeing this repeatedly. And now Indian media is now, since couple of days, is filled with reports of a Pakistani businesswoman known as Madam N, allegedly running a visa linked ISI espionage network from Lahore. She reportedly facilitated the travel of 2,500 Indian citizens to Pakistan, some of whom, the Indian officials say, were recruited into a propaganda cell. To do what? Propaganda for Pakistan? Well, I don't know. And in Mewat, two brothers were arrested for activating WhatsApp accounts in India and handing them over to handlers in Pakistan. Again, aren't these genuine national security threats? Or is the Indian government throwing a dragnet over the population, criminalizing people with across the border contact or any presence on a platform where misinformation thrives? And it's not just the government doing this officially. In India, as in Pakistan, it has become common to label dissenters as traitors. People calling for peace are branded anti national, or in Pakistan, they're called anti state. Journalists questioning the status quo are called Pakistani agents if they're in India, and Indian agents if they're in Pakistan. Case in point, Karan Thapar, one of India's most respected journalists, while being interviewed, was once called exactly that by none other than Malhotra and other brilliant veteran Indian journalists on her show on News Laundry. That was in 2012. And it has only worsened since. Today, journalists critical of the Modi government are branded as prostitute. Combination of press and, well, you get the drift. A slur as misogynistic as it is dehumanizing. Women journalists at News Laundry are now in court fighting a libel case against one such right wing commentator. This isn't patriotism. This is intellectual policing. This isn't just about national security, it is about narrative control. The surge in espionage related arrests raises concerns about civil liberties, press freedom, and the right to dissent in India and in Pakistan too. But right now, we are seeing the surge in India. Labeling critics or individuals with international ties as spies can create a chilling effect on free expression and hinder people to people contact, which is vital for regional peace and understanding. In the pursuit of national security, it's imperative to uphold democratic principles, ensure transparency, and protect individual rights. As we navigate the complexities of regional politics and security concerns, as genuine as they are, let's remain vigilant against the erosion of civil liberties and strive for a South Asia rooted in peace, dialogue, and mutual respect. If even peace becomes suspect and questioning the state becomes betrayal, what future do democracy and peace have? It's a familiar script for us in Pakistan, but the irony? India used to claim it was different. India, the world's largest democracy, now seems to be auditioning as its most paranoid. It's hunting ghosts, criminalizing criticism, and branding anyone who won't chant the chorus of nationalism as a collaborator. This isn't just about one engineer or one YouTuber, vlogger. This is about the criminalization of conscience. India's government is presenting the country as under siege from within. Spies at every corner, traitors in every feed, WhatsApp warriors selling out to Islamabad. But here's what is being lost: the ability to dissent, the right to question, the fragile promise of peace. And while the Indian state builds its walls of suspicion higher, it tears down every hope, even a sliver of hope, for any future prospects of people to people contact between our two countries. With the visa process already frozen after the Indian attack and public hostility fueled by official narratives, the last channels of cross border understanding are being systematically suffocated, eroded. If everyone who questions is branded a traitor, then the only patriotism left is blind obedience. If everyone with even a faintest link across the border is looked at as a spy, we are looking at a big chunk of our both countries' citizenry as part of some grand fictional spy ring. India has every right to protect its national security. So does Pakistan. But not at the cost of democracy, law abiding citizens having stakes in peaceful coexistence, if not friendly relations between our countries. And certainly not at the cost of truth. Until next time, stay critical, stay watchful, and remember, sometimes the real danger to a nation comes not from traitors in its midst, but from truths it refuses to face. This is Unraveled. Have a good one.